Are we recording?
Yep, you're recording.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know. All right, well, welcome. Hello and welcome to February 17th, 2021 Million Mom Movement Business Power Hour. This call is dedicated to our scholarship recipients, but in truth, it's open to our entire field because we really welcome you into a conversation tonight that will deepen and enrich your understanding of the industry of which you are a part, and that is multi-level marketing, network, or direct sales, as you hear those things referred to, specifically with the brands and organizations known as Purium Health Products and the Million Mom Movement. And it is my commitment by the end of this evening that you have, in this deep dive, gotten a stronger and clearer sense of your particular portion, your movement within the movement. Who are you inside of the opportunity, and what is the opportunity for you? My name is Rebecca Johns. I am a proud council member of the Million Mom Movement. I am a brand partner at the diamond level with Purium Health Products, and I have been with the company as a consumer and a brand partner since September of 2014. So it is my privilege to be able to be the voice of this month's training to serve you in the field and empower you in what your commitment is in this opportunity. If you have any questions throughout this evening, you can drop notes in the chat. Jody Parker in the house, if you would just drop a C for council, because I think you're the only council member with me on tonight, but I do want people to see you and know you. Jody's going to be my partner on the keys, sort of reiterating points of the conversation and capturing them in print. So if we do any sharing of hot button stuff you want to be able to capture, it'll be there in the chat. So welcome. I would love to start by asking y'all some questions. So everybody, I like to make up words. Everybody get your thinking cap on. Some of these will be no-brainers, but some of these I really want you to give consideration to. Number one, I just want to know, where's everybody calling in from? Where are you coming from tonight? Where are you in the country or the world? You can tell me your city, you can tell me your state. San Diego, Washington, Michigan, Chicago, Illinois. Good little spread. West Coast, East Coast, New Jersey, Colorado. All right, a couple peeps from Colorado here tonight. Northern California, more Cali, more Colorado, more Michigan, Maryland in the house. All right, good, excellent. Now, next question. That was easy. Next question. Are you a brand partner already with Purium Health Products? If you are, give me a 1. If you are not, give me a 2. And you don't have to be on this call tonight. Okay. Of those of you who answered with the answer number 1, how many of you are already sharing using the Million Mom Movement in your conversations to leverage relationships or dialogue? How many of you are already speaking about the Million Mom Movement, sharing about the Million Mom Movement, using it in your conversations? Yeah, throw a yes down, throw a totally. Amanda says not yet. Good, Amanda. Amy, you too. Keep listening then. Mary Jane says nope. Christy says sometimes. Okay, great. And if you are not a brand partner and you're new to the Million Mom Movement and you're here trying to figure out what it is we are and who we are, give me the letter R. Give me an R. Take me an R if you're here just researching and getting to know us as a community. And her. Okay, great. So that's valuable because sometimes, listen, sometimes you don't know who people really are because you don't get to attend their little events, and they do their events without you, and you're like, yeah, but how are they really? Now y'all get to know how we are really. If you're not yet involved and this is kind of your feeling ground, good, welcome. I invite you to really get comfortable and be comfortable asking questions. Okay. All right. Now, for those of you who are already involved in Purium Health Products as a brand partner and may or may not be really utilizing or leaning in to your business opportunity, utilizing the conversations of the Million Mom Movement, I want you to be answering these questions, okay? When someone asks you, or it's time for you to share what business are you in, what do you tell people? When you're asked, what business are you in, what do you tell people? Go ahead and type it in the chat. When someone asks, what business are you in, what do you tell people? An amazing one that heals, health, wellness, and transformation. Great, really appreciate y'all contributing too. Superfood Nutrition Company, okay, Organic Superfoods Company. I share health and wealth, right on. And then of you who are, I'm a network marketer helping guide individuals through lifestyle transformation with organic superfoods. I like it. I joined a community, not just a career, like that. Pro-aging and wellness, okay. All right, great. Now, how do you explain your role in this business? What is your role in the business? How do you describe yourself within this business that you have now said you're in? What is your role? A partner, a professional network marketer, okay. Good. Hey, welcome, Alice. I'm a health advocate. I like that. I promote the need for gut health. I educate, okay. All right, I like the diversity of the variations of answers there. Nice, nice. How many of you are asked, and drop me a 5 on this one, how many of you are asked directly if the opportunity you're with is direct sales or MLM? Give me a 5 if people go, is this an MLM? Is this direct sales? Okay. And then how many of you get some pushback, some little bit of when you reveal that you are offering something from MLMs, network marketing companies, etc.? If you feel like when you get that pushback, you're empowered, like I'm empowered, they can push back all they want. I know exactly how to deal with them. Give me a 1. If you are like confident with that pushback. If you are not confident and it either upsets you, jams you up, or gets you stuck, give me a 2. Thanks, Jody. All right, let me just peep through what some of these answers are. It's too much for them to not want to, or they see the changes. All right. All right, so I'm seeing a little bit of both. Good. So I would like to help all of you tonight get power around this distinction of our industry. And I would love for us to do it with real clean facts, because sometimes what people are responding to when they're pressing back is information they don't even have facts about. And I like to give people facts so that they can think things through. So let's get ready right now to have a conversation about multi-level marketing, network sales, direct sales, MLMs. Let's talk, okay? How early in our history, good, Sarah, I'm glad you're excited. How early in the marketplace history would you guess multi-level marketing or network sales tracks back to? What year do you think we can take the thread of network sales back to? It's 2021. How long do you think network sales, multi-level marketing has been around? 1850, 1920, the 50s, 60s? So we can technically track what became not just direct sales, not just, hi, I work with the manufacturer and I want to bring you something directly. That's direct sales. But there was a direct sales nutrition company in California. Oh, California and its nutrition companies. There was a direct sales company in the 20s, in the 1920s, 100 years ago. There was a nutritional company in California that was a direct sales company and had distributors, and the distributors went out and sold. But they realized that they were the ones really building the company, and yet they weren't getting paid very much. And so out of this company in the 40s spun the industry's first few, in the 40s and 50s, the first true few network marketing and multi-level marketing sales companies, meaning it was not just a direct sale from manufacturer out into the world. It was multi-level network marketing. It was my referrals to you, said company X, start to stack under me for my benefit. Okay, I'm not just sending all of these people to you and you give me steak knives. I'm not sending all these people to you and you even give me $10. I'm sending all of these people to you and they get strategically placed under me for a multi-level return on investment financial gain opportunity. It makes me a shareholder. See, people get afraid of it because of some things that are not true. So one of the things that we hear oftentimes is that this is a pyramid scheme. And what they're implying is that there's somebody at the top getting a bunch of financial gain by the work of the many at the bottom. Now, I don't know about y'all, but the last time I went in to buy a television, I went in and a really nice guy helped me. And I mean, he helped me. There were like confusing price tags on the wrong things and the specs on the wrong thing. And he really worked to get me understanding the product that I was looking for, identifying the best one, working with me to get the best prices and money back guarantee or coverage on what I bought. And I left a very happy person. And God bless him, that guy probably made $11 an hour. And after I spent my $600, he was still making $11 an hour. And when he sold 5 more of those that day, he would still be making $11 an hour. And when he got promoted to be a manager at $13 an hour, and he got to train and develop everyone else who was going to now continue selling televisions at $11 an hour. And now he had a fierce team of people making $11 an hour selling all these televisions. He still only made $13 an hour. That, my darlings, has the flavor far more of a pyramid scheme, whereas all of the labor, all of the intense work going in at the bottom level pours out, does the service, does the sales, does the product knowledge, does the product training, does the full force of frontline customer service, and there's no added income. Those are the standard corporate models in our country. And it is not intended for you to become a shareholder. It's not intended for that. It's intended to drive up profits for the shareholders, and they do not get to be the people putting in the work. Okay. I'm just going to pause so I can, yes. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any commentary. So over the decades, various companies from various industries recognized that there was far more value having a front line of distributors who became shareholders and became your marketers than this old way of either direct sale or retail. So many companies came in. There are companies that do, oh my gosh, what can't you find in network marketing companies anymore, right? You can get anything from insurances to food to hygiene products to stuff for your pets and stuff for your kids, stuff for your fingernails, stuff for your eyelids. Every part of you in your life can be provided for from a company in the network marketing or MLM industry. Now, why is that good news? Let's talk about the good news. The good news is if you're working directly with a manufacturer, you're not getting all the middleman price gouging. If I make a widget for $5 and sell it to Jody for $7, who has to sell it to Linda for $9, and so forth, now we've got this supply chain, then by the time 5 steps deep, it gets over to Sarah Emery, she's paying, $39. The network marketing or the multi-level marketing industry provides consumers and affiliates to shop first level, to get direct source. And so that's a real value added. However, the industry also gives you a chance to become a shareholder. Now, I don't know if you all have ever entertained the idea of franchising. If you bought a piece of Subway or McDonald's or Burger King or Starbucks, you'd spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and sometimes millions of dollars to get your corner location of a brick and mortar business. And you have to comply rigorously with corporate in how you deliver the message, the method, the protocol. You've put in an extraordinary amount of money, and it will take years to hopefully break even and maybe one day have a return. The network marketing or multi-level marketing model is an opportunity that makes sense because you have a small financial investment, and where the real investment comes in is with your sweat equity. It takes focus. It takes diligence. It takes being coachable. It takes learning. And it is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If anybody who's spent any time in network marketing knows, network marketing is a get-rich-slow scheme. You may have some fast rewards, and many companies like ours offer fast start bonuses, which we'll talk about in a minute. But the real promise of network marketing as an industry is long-term residual income. Now, what does that look like? Well, in specifically the Purium model, which we'll get into the nooks and crannies of that in a minute, you're offered opportunity to make short-term income with your gift cards. The long-term opportunity is by building deep into your organization so that you have layer upon layer of people developing themselves as avid consumers and avid brand partners. And the deeper your organization is rooted, the longer you are ensuring for yourself long-term residual income. The long-term residual happens in building deep. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to find the number. There are like 50 million people associated with MLMs around the world, barring China, who banned it in the 90s. It is one of the fastest growing industries and the most sustainably growing industries. It's not an industry that's going away. So I'd like to pause with my presentation of information, and I would like to open up the call to people to either drop in the chat or unmute themselves and let me know if you have any questions about what we've presented so far or any challenges that relate to what I've offered you so far, things that you bump up against in your business day to day.
Hey, Rebecca Johns, it's Sarah Emery.
Hey, Sarah Emery.
Hey, I just wanted to thank you for validating all of that, because I don't know if it's where I live or, my demographic that I end up getting connected into. Like, all I hear is people being frustrated that they don't want to purchase from an MLM, yet they're like oh, well, I have Amazon Prime and I'm going to keep going to Walmart. And I'm like, oh my gosh, so you're going to get mad at me that I want to give you organic food and you could support me in my life when you know I'm doing good things while you're going to go ahead and let's give Bezos some more money. Like it just blows my mind that that's what I'm up against. So I really appreciated the validation. And I definitely appreciated the info so I can share with someone when they're like, no, I'm not going to purchase from you. You're a pyramid scheme. And I'll be like, actually, no, I know what the definition of that is. Let me tell you. So I just wanted to say thank you. And it makes me feel good to know that I'm in company. And I know you and I have gone live about this on Facebook together because I seriously want to debunk this. Thanks, Jody, for those stats. I'm going to go look at those. And
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Jody.
It's frustrating to work around. So I appreciate all of you. And this is an incredible space.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Sarah. I appreciate your feedback and that you're getting value out of this call for yourself. Funny that you say, is it something about my area? Did you know that Amway World Headquarters are here in Michigan? And that their Neutral Light Experience Center is in Buena Park, California. So California and Michigan really are hotbeds of some of the old school MLMs. Now, I'm not going to say anything about either of those companies to the negative. I will say this: dozens of companies who've stepped into the network marketing space over the years have not been honorable. And they're no different than any other industry of company, right? You're in an industry. That's like saying, I'm in the health industry, I'm in the education industry, I'm in the fashion industry. That's a big lane. That's a big, big lane. So to say you're in the MLM industry, you got 100 years of a lot of lanes of companies who've showed up and done a lot of experimentation with the marketplace. And the marketplace, you could say, has been a little traumatized. You could say that the marketplace is carrying some baggage of not so great experiences. But here's the thing: never in the history of fear has anyone stopped being afraid by being told, don't be afraid. So when people are leery to do business with you or with your industry, you are being given an opportunity to speak to that fear. Listen, if you have a child and they're afraid, yelling, stop being afraid isn't going to do it. You've got to be present with them, look them in the eyes and say, talk to me about what it is. Because I would really love for you to not have this concern any longer, or at least to have the tools in your toolbox to understand how to vet companies. You can't dismiss every car dealership because that one person, right? And that's a whole industry. And so, yes, have there been MLM companies who've done people wrong? Yes. Have they sourced poorly and violated eco-consciousness to get their product? For sure. Have they taken people's money and not delivered products? Yes. Have they said that it's going to be product X and it was product Y? Yes. Did they say we'd cancel your order and you still had 9 months of auto ship debiting your checking account and driving you into the negative? Yes. Yes. Yes, do not be afraid of validating people's experiences. The truth is, if you're talking to anybody over the age of 22, they've been exposed to some MLM, just like they've been on a date. And just like somebody broke their heart, they got somebody to talk about in the MLM industry. Now, does that mean they should throw the baby out with the bathwater and they should never date again? No. And so I believe they should give another chance to an MLM company. Okay, specifically ours. Because why? It's worth it. And we're going to talk about exactly why in just a couple moments. However, my point is that when you meet resistance in the field, it's not your job to then be offended. It's not your job to even convince them that they're wrong. If anything, exercise great compassion and kindness and generosity and let people know you get it. Look, I'm sitting in front of you today as a council member of the Million Mile Movement and a diamond with Purium. And if you would have met me in 2013, the year right before I became a brand partner with Purium, I said, I swear to God and everybody, I'm done with MLMs. I said it. I did. Quote me. That's what I said in 2013. And less than a year later, there I was signing up. Mary Jane says, are you reading from a script or is this real and raw? Girl, this is real and raw. Mary Jane, welcome to Rebecca Land. I only do real and raw. Here, you want to see my script? I'll show you. This is how I do my script. This could either make me look really good or really bad. There's the script for tonight. There you go. We've already done the welcome and the intro. We've talked about the industry. See that? We're moving up. I cross it off as I talk about it. I just have my bullet points that I want to talk with you about. But everything else, it's live. It is not Memorex.
I think my favorite part is that was on a letter. Wasn't that an envelope?
It's an envelope. Yeah, it's on the back of an envelope.
Wonderful.
I mean, you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna get the job done. Don't worry, boo-boo. I'm gonna do it. Okay. All right. So where were we? So validation. People are not, Jody, welcome to the Million Mom Movement. So listen, people want to be validated. Okay. People want to be validated. And so even if you go, listen, I've never been through what you're talking about, but I can tell it really bothered you. And I'm sorry that happened. It may not make a difference for you. Like you might not choose to do business with me, but I want you to know something. I've chosen to affiliate with this company and this organization because I vetted them as a consumer. I'm a consumer first, just like you. I'm a mom. I'm out in the world looking for things that I can trust too. And I'm telling you, I trust me and my kids with this stuff. So I hear you that you've been through an experience that was dishonorable or didn't work for you. I'm sorry that happened. If you'd be open to giving me a chance to show you why I fell in love with this company, you might see something that you haven't seen before. I know I did. That's real talk. You're meeting people where they are and inviting them into your perspective. So give people room and listen to their experiences. Okay, for real, you were with an MLM, what happened? Really? Oh my gosh, that's horrifying. I'd have been livid. Get in their world, right? And then assure them of what you have to offer. Listen, I'm sorry that last chick cheated on you. I'm sorry she lied. I'm sorry she took money from your checking account. I'm sorry. There are people doing mean and dirty stuff out in this world, personally, professionally, all of it. I'm sorry that happened to you. Things like that have happened to me too. That's why I've taken such a stand at being a kind of person in the world who is honorable. And I would love a chance to create something with you if you're open to giving me a chance. You give people the leverage, the power by honoring them. Christy, I love that you just said that. She said, I wish I was better at knowing what to say in the moment. Here's the thing. I think that part of why we can't figure out words to say to people is because we're busy being separate from them. And it's like, I don't know what to say to you. Well, what would you want said to you? And what would you say if you didn't have to worry about being judged and criticized? I genuinely believe when we meet people where they are and just simply want to care for them, there are people who I have worked with in prospecting and inviting them into the opportunity that we have and realized, wow, they were really messed over by a company. They were really messed over by an upline in another company. They were really messed over. And when I see that, my job is to leave them a better place than they were when I started talking to them. And so even if all I've done is serving you to get through this moment where you get an experience where I am not like the rest of them. No, I'm not. I really care. And if it's better that we not do this and just have a friendship, then I would much rather have that with you, Amanda, than press in on this thing because I know I'm just so right about it. I honor that space. Thank you for being honest with me. If you ever, by this much, get curious about the superfoods or the business or whatever, know that I'm here. This opportunity isn't going away. Because sometimes people need to see you keep showing up, you keep being true. It says something to people that I'm 6.5 years into this opportunity. Now with the council, the world is watching my growth. And so now when I show up to speak, they're like, you've been doing that forever. What is up with that? Great. I would love to tell you what is up with that. So let's talk about what is up with that, us that are here tonight. Let's talk about specifically Purium Health products and the Million Mom movement. Let me ask you this. How many of you know that Purium Health products and the Million Mom movement are not one organization? How many of you know, drop something, an emoji, a one, a letter, something. How many of you know that those are two different organizations? Or how many of you thought it was just one thing on itself? So I'd like to go over with you the distinction between the two organizations and how you can use them to your advantage. And then we're going to get personal. So the last 10 minutes are about you creating yourself within the movement, okay? Purium Health Products is the superfood distribution company, okay? We have a parent company called Organic by Nature, but is the manufacturer. Organic by Nature has been around for decades. They were organic before the USDA knew what organic was, and Dave Sandoval and Amy Venner have been crucial players in the industry of organic food production, coaching and counseling decades of farm people, and in a lot of different places. Purium Health Products was launched 8 years ago in an effort to do a couple of things. Number one, bring organic non-GMO superfoods to people affordably. Come on, it's affordable. You get, even if you paid retail for Power Shake, $100 for 30 days, that's what, $3 a day for 6 organic superfood salads? So yes, when I said affordable, I meant it. Its desire is to bring organic non-GMO superfoods in an affordable, sustainable method to the general marketplace for everyday people, and to offer not just health sovereignty through the opportunity of Purium, but wealth sovereignty. Amy and Dave could just kept doing what they were doing the way they were doing it. They're sharing it because they want to share it. They actually want to share it. Can you imagine having become so successful for yourself that you're like, I mean, I could keep selling this and make some more money, but maybe I could get a few people involved and they can help me sell it and we'll sell more of it. And then they can get some of the money too. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, that's Purium Health Products. That is part of our gifting economy with a $50 gift card we give before we ask for anything back. And we promise a real food revolution. We're out to cause an awakening of people understanding that they shop with their dollars and that makes a difference, and that the food they eat makes a difference, and that getting in on our non-GMO organic foods will be a game changer because we formulate our food for epigenetics. That is activating your more superior DNA traits, if you will. Okay, we want to feed you for the best of you to come out. That's Purium Health Products. And they have a website, it's I Shop Purium. They also have puriumcbd.com, and those are the portals through which you can shop as a consumer. You get reward points for shopping, you get reward points for leaving reviews on products, and those reward points can be then used later as cash towards future purchases. Everything has a 60-day money-back guarantee. Yes, I ate my entire ULT, and I have 30 days to think about if I felt good about that or not. that's the ethics of the company, is that the leveraged power is in the hand of the consumer. Okay, so Purium Health Products is out to share the health and the wealth. And they have that available through the business launch kits and their superfoods. Now, the Million Mom Movement, it is not yet a formal business entity or nonprofit. So I want to demystify that for all of you in the field. However, it is, and you can use this language, it is a grassroots organization that raises awareness, educates, and empowers people. Notice that's people, not brand partners, not moms, not people, to be conscious consumers and to vote with their dollars to build a toxin-free marketplace of food and other products that come back to our families. You may know that we have a petition to General Mills asking them to take glyphosate and other toxic chemicals out of their food system, but we're asking them to get in a dialogue with us. Jody will post that petition in just a minute, but I already know she's on it, but I already know somebody's going to say, where's the petition? So I'm just telling you, it's getting posted. Bear with us one moment. So the Million Mom Movement is a force with which to be reckoned, because we're here for all people. We are here to educate, inform, and empower, to create conscious consumers, and to cause our constituents to be activists, whether that's as simple as where you shop and spend your dollars and vote, like that basic level, to link arms with us, be a brand partner with Purium, get involved with the Million Mom Movement, be present for Fierce Friday calls, be part of trainings like this tonight, create events, virtual and in your community, to bring people together so that you yourself are a microcosm of the movement, so that you yourself are educating, raising awareness, and empowering people around you. And that's why I want you to understand the two organizations that you have at your back, because I know that it's you alone having to do the work. I know that. I know that you have to get up in your house and go to your desk, or in my case, the kitchen table. Well, you got to go to your space and do the work. Nobody is going to come and sit in the chair and do that for you. So it can feel lonely. You can feel like you're this little piece of stardust in the universe just trying to do something good, but it's lonely. I encourage you not to let yourself go down that slippery slope. While you are in business for yourself, you are not in business by yourself. And furthermore, when you go and speak, it's not just Linda Feely going to speak. It's not just Mary Jane. It's not just Stephanie. It's not just Catherine. It's not just Rebecca. It's not just me as an individual. It is an agent of the movement. And I tell people that, hi, my name is Rebecca Johns. I am with the Million Mom Movement. You all get to say that. Everyone who's on this call gets to say, I mean, assuming you are, right? And if you're not sure how to do that, go and take the pledge at millionmommovement.info and talk. Jody's bringing that to you in just a moment. And talk to your upline and say, listen, how do I get involved with the Million Mom Movement? And then come on to Fierce Friday calls or watch them on our replays of the YouTube channel and get yourself grounded in truly being an agent of the movement. And I've sent letters, as a matter of fact, super great thing to announce. March 19th, Fierce Friday, we will have as our special guest the documentary filmmaker and author Cindy O'Mara. She is the screenwriter and director of What's with Wheat. If you haven't checked that out, it's on Amazon Prime. She'll be joining us on March 19th on a Fierce Friday call. And that came out of me simply watching the movie and going, okay, these people need to know us and we need to know them. And reaching out through LinkedIn and saying, you don't know me, but I'm with the Million Mom Movement. We're a grassroots organization that does this. We promote this. I would love an opportunity to collaborate with you if what I have to offer you resonates with you. Within 24 hours, she replied. Within another 24 hours, she was on the phone with me. So you have a body standing behind you. You can say out into the world, I am with the Million Mom Movement and Purium Health Products. I'm with the Million Mom Movement, and we count on our partnership with Purium Health Products to deliver real food into the world. We can vouch for that food. Okay. All right, let me open it up to you now and answer any questions. Yes, she said I'll spell it wrong. Yes, Cindy O'Mara. And definitely check out What's with Wheat. Okay, What's with Wheat. Thanks, Yuki. All right, who has questions or anything to address before I come into our closing last 15-minute stretch here? Because this now is about you and making it personal to you. Any questions or comments? We're moving.
Yes. I was gonna ask, like, what would it sound like a guy like me saying I'm with the Million Mom Movement? Is that something
Excellent.
good? Sounds good.
It's hey, it sounds good. So yeah, listen, the Million Mom Movement, thank you for speaking to that, Phil. The Million Mom Movement really did begin as a conversation about 1,000 moms in 100 cities helping 10 families eat healthier. That was our million. But what we found over the years is that it's not just moms, it's dads, it's not just parents, it's any adults, teenagers, college students, and it's not just people in business, it's caregivers, educators, entrepreneurs, influencers. We are a movement of many. That MOM, I always type in large caps now, MOM, is movement of many. We are standing in solidarity with one another for health and wealth sovereignty and good stewardship of our planet. And that's what I would tell people, is I'm part of a grassroots organization that stands for and provides solutions for health and wealth sovereignty and good stewardship of our planet and its resources. Did that give you some place to stand, Phil, or would you like some more language?
No, it's totally thorough.
P.S. MOM is just as good for man on a mission too.
I love it.
All right, good. Where are you calling in from, Phil?
I'm from Spring Lake, Michigan.
Oh,
Currently.
I'm
I
in
go
Michigan.
back and forth. Yeah, I go back and forth from Chicago and Michigan.
I spent a lot of years going back and forth between Chicago and Michigan. I feel you. Well, connect with me on social media. All of you are welcome to connect with me on social media. Me, Jody, other members of the council. We really want to be here for you as resources, and certainly not to bypass the upline structure and the honor of the duplication we put in to organizations, but just as an adjunct resource for you, and specifically so that you can leverage your participation with the Million Mom Movement. Because listen, if you can really get that kind of language to get yourself in the movement, you're going to find that people are ready to respond. There are people all over the place dealing with glyphosate and want clean foods. There are people all over the place who have lost their work or their companies closed and need opportunities for income. So the sooner and smoother you can formulate and articulate the movement, the mission, the organizations, and your place in it, the easier and more effective it will be for you to build and brand and create a network of community that collaborates with you. Okay.
Yes, you definitely gave us a speed track to it. I feel like I know what to say now. Thank you.
That's awesome. You are so welcome. Come back. Listen, all of you guys, we're on Facebook. We have the Million Mom Movement official group on Facebook. Please get in that group and please share there. Tell us what's happening. Ask questions. The same way you get into the, transformation support groups and people are going, I don't like the power shake. Can I put it with something? And how do I make this taste better? And can I cook with this? Get into that Million Mom group and say, there's this agency I have in mind. There's a group I have in mind. There's a family I have in mind. How do I approach them? We on the council are managing that page and we will support you. And if we can provide anything, connect calls or introductions, let us be a resource for you. You are not by yourself by any means. All right, back to pen and paper. This is how you're going to carve out who you are, at least percolate, carve out who you are in the movement and in the company and who the movement and the company are for you. Okay, ready? Pen to paper, 3 issues in the world, 3 complaints, you could say, 3 problems in the world that you would like to solve, that you feel Purium or the Million Mom movement could be a solution for. 3 things in the world, 3 complaints, if you will, 3 problems in the world. And I encourage you to have them be things that really bother you. You know what really bothers me? I was an executive in senior living, and it really bothers me that people work for 50 years, kill themselves to make a living, get a retirement, and the last 15 years of their lives is a slow rot to death. And that we feed them pharmaceuticals and insure drinks and just hope that their little bodies will respond and thrive somehow. It makes me angry and it hurts my feelings. I can cry right now talking about it. I've seen it dozens and dozens and dozens, if not hundreds and hundreds of times. So what does that have to do with me and the Million Mom movement and Purium? Well, I go and network with people to let them know I believe in aging proud. I believe in aging well. I don't believe we have to die hungry or die ugly. I believe that we could die with dignity. And I believe that our lifestyle and nutrition is part of that. So when I speak to people, and especially, you know, I'm 48. I'm in an age group of folks that are starting to tack on prescriptions for stuff, and then they get a side effect, so we need another prescription for something. And I'm someone who has given up 150 pounds, used to have diabetes, don't, used to have IBS, don't, used to have arthritis and bursitis, don't. And it's because I transformed my lifestyle, starting with what was on my plate. So I believe that we can take back our health sovereignty. And that's what I talk about with people. Somebody give me some examples. I think some of you started sharing already. Fast food, fast and healthy, saying goodbye to glyphosate, supporting MLMs. Love it. Human suffering, food poisoning, financial sovereignty, hospitals and school lunches serve crap food. Yeah, I totally feel. How elderly treated nutritionally. I think there are a lot of kids that don't have food, trash, litter. Yes. Okay, good. Now, name 3 groups of people, whether that's individuals, hey, the Smith family's into that, whether that's an organization or a business or a professional that you could contact that correlates to the concerns and issues you just brought up. What groups, what organizations, what individuals, what professionals could you reach out to that could collaborate with you possibly on being the solution providers to the issues you just said are complaints? Okay. Just go ahead and drop those in. Sarah Emery said that the complaints were fast food, saying goodbye to glyphosate and supporting MLMs. And when she listed her groups, she wrote chiropractors, dads, and healers. Okay, so who are your 3 groups? I really want to make sure that you're coming up with something. I love the work that you dropped in the chat for the issues, but I'd really love for you to get clear on who are the people that might be the possible collaborators who will create the solution with you, who will link arms with you. All right, I'm going to pick on somebody because we're all big people here. Christy, can I play with you for a minute?
Sure. Sorry. I'm in
She's
the middle of
debating.
making dinner here.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so just give me one. Give me one
Okay.
group that could be correlated to either the human suffering, the food poisoning, or the financial sovereignty. Who's a group that could resonate with you to reach out to and see if you could collaborate on this in particular?
Like maybe naturopath?
Naturopath? Absolutely. So professional health providers in the natural realm?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. All right, good. You may make dinner. I won't bug you.
Thank you.
I can hear sizzling in the back. Okay. So if problem with big pharma, who to link arms with, Yuki asks. Throw me a suggestion. I could give her a suggestion. She's my downline. She hears my mouth all the time. Give me a suggestion as a community. If your problem is big pharma and you're wanting to give consumers alternatives, I'm assuming is what you mean there, Yuki, who would you link arms with? Don't not walk away with something tonight, guys. Who are the people you can connect with? Donna says yoga instructors, chiropractors. Yes. Grocery store management could be. I bet you've got some farms and farmers. Phil, in Michigan and Chicago, bro, definitely some farms and farmers that want to know you. And when I hear grocery store management, I'm not hearing grocery store management like, the people at Kroger necessarily, but there are a lot of locally owned mom and pop, natural grocery stores. Definitely those people. Farmers, light workers, vegan restaurants, Jody's unleashing, herbalists, functional medicine practitioners, holistic nutritionists, Reiki masters, acupuncturists. Yes, people in the health industry for sure, but also people that are running community centers, people that are inside of churches. Did you know that can they carry it in their stores? Depending on the type of store. Can Walmart carry it in a store? No. We do not allow placement of our products in big box stores. It creates an unfair advantage out in the field. And then you got me handing out a $50 gift card and Walmart that just bought themselves to crown in 1 month of purchases, right? It creates the space inappropriately, the way the industry is designed. However, I've got someone in my downline who has a vegan meal preparation company. And now she's opening a brick and mortar location so they can do juices and smoothies and sell their vegan meals. She, in her little location here in Southeast Michigan, can sure put Purium on her shelf and then give out $50 gift cards. That's not a problem. Your chiropractor's office can do that. Your farmer can offer it alongside of the things that they are already growing. Your chiropractor may want to put it and add it in. I love what Jody's pointing to with all of the people that she's speaking about, because those people really, even though they're entrepreneurs, meaning they have their own businesses, they're probably more like small business owners. If I'm a massage therapist, I might be making more than $15 an hour, but I am still in the model of trading my hours for dollars. And what you're inviting people into with the Purium economy is give them $50 gift cards. The more people that are redeeming your $50 gift cards, the wider you're growing your organization, the more cash flow you're getting in now. Redeemed gift cards equals cash. Okay, that's how you build wide and get an immediate return. There are some companies in the industry that are like, join us, and in 12 years, you'll get the payoff. We want immediate payoff for you, and we want you to have the long-term residual payoff in 12 years. We want you to have both. So who you're able to go out and network with is only limited by your imagination. So please, next to each of the complaints or issues you'd love to problem solve in the world, write down a correlated group of people or professional that you can network. And how you'll reach out with them is like this. Hi, Mary Jane. My name is Rebecca, and I'm with the Million Mom Movement. And like you, I'm committed to helping people impact their health naturally. I believe that you and I could collaborate on something. If what I have to offer resonates with you, could we spend some time talking about that? Invite people to talk with you. Get to know them. It is a relationship industry. The more honor you can bring into your interactions with people, the more honor from the heart, meaning compassion, and of the intellect, makes sense. It's fine to be excited and it's fine to be passionate, but you've got to make sense to people. You've got to help them do the critical thinking about the value of the opportunity, the value of the foods, the value of the income, the value of just aligning in mission. Because we cannot be the Million Mom movement without all of you in the field. The 6 of us on the council are really only going to do so much. So you are the Million Mom movement, and you get to claim that and have that stand at your back as you go out into the field. So we're going to close the call with this. If you could name one major takeaway that was of value from tonight's conversation that you have extrapolated and you're going to take with you, and it will affect how you operate and how you interact with other people as an agent of change, what is that takeaway? What is it that you're going to take forward into your own life and work? Drop it in the chat if you would. And please remember that Jody, you said my daughter's going to take away everything she just learned. Are you giving out homeschool credit for her participation in our call this evening? Oh, Donna says, I am the Million Mom movement. Yes, please take that away. Christy says, I feel more empowered to share the business. Excellent. Sarah said, I hopped on late and already wrote a page of notes. Well, the good thing, Miss Sarah, is that this is going to be available to you on our YouTube channel for the Million Mom movement. Linda says, collaboration with others that have a similar focus and agenda. Yes. And Debbie says, we don't have to stop at individuals. We can think bigger. Yes. Yuki says, lead with I am the Million Mom movement. Phil says that people want to be listened to and ask good questions about their experience. If they have any fear, be there with them. Jody, think bigger. Yes. I feel the power and the force of the movement, and I understand so much more about it. I'm a part of something bigger than just me. Everything has been a takeaway for me. Well, y'all, guess what? Jalissa says, I have a huge support system being with the MMM. Y'all just made my night, because listen, it is my heart's desire to activate in you and charge you with the power to go and fulfill the mission. Fulfill the mission. Hey, Jode, would you close us out with reading the pledge? Can I put you on the spot to read the pledge? Jody's going to read it to us, the pledge.
But I have to bring it up, so give me.
You're fine. Take your time.
Can we give them a brief moment of, oh my gosh, you guys, we're working on slightly changing the pledge to make it even bigger and more powerful, but this is the old version. So I'm going to share my screen so you can see it. All right, guys. So this is the join page that you would send people to if they wanted to join, and you can tell them that we do not share their information. This is only ours. And it's right down here. Set your intention. Those people on mute, read it with me. The Million Mom Movement Pledge. You gonna read it with me? Come on. I pledge
to defend the health of my family and of myself. I pledge to reject GMOs, artificial ingredients,
trans fats, and over-processed foods. I pledge to educate myself, my baby girl, read labels, and lead by example. I understand that my actions today will positively impact the health of future generations. I am committed to sharing this message, this mission, until we are 1 million moms strong initially, and then we'll get bigger.
Yes, then multi-millions. Thanks, Parker fam. I love y'all so much. So listen, next month, my co-counsel person will be leading. Jody's on the roster for later in the year. You'll see each of us each month. In the meantime, be at our Fierce Fridays. Be at Fierce Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and get into the pages, get in and get your own work, hashtag I am the Million Mom Movement, tag Million Mom Movement, right at Million Mom Movement. And we'll even grab your shared stories and put them on the Million Mom Movement social media platforms and give you an extra plug as you honor the movement. I thank you all for being with me and with Jody and Rachel tonight. Bless you and bless your efforts. I pray that all of your work is multiplied as you go into the field to close out a strong February and a rockin' March. Have a great Wednesday night, everybody. Peace.
Bye. Thank you.
Good night. You're
Bob,
welcome.
Rebecca, thank you.
Thank you. Mahalo.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you,
And thank
Yuki.
you,
Glad you were
Jody.
here.